Hi, friends. This is Colin Richards, president and founder of Lord & Richards, and I'm thrilled to be speaking to you today on yet another episode of the Lord & Richards Show. And today we're going to be talking about a topic of key interest to those of you out there who are looking into having someone help you with your financial plan. Because, here at Lord & Richards, we're working with folks just like you every single day who are worried that events out of your control are going to mess up your retirement, that they're going to get in the way of your success financially. And so what we do is we come alongside of you and we help you build a comprehensive plan. We call it a financial independence review so that you can retire without worry and do amazing things with what God has entrusted to you. So today we're talking about one of the critical pieces that you need to make sure you're doing if you want to retire financially independent, and that is work with a fiduciary. Work with a fiduciary. Now, a fiduciary can cross a variety of interests, but what that term has in common throughout all kinds of industries is that a fiduciary is supposed to act in your best interest. They're supposed to put your interests ahead of their own or even the company they work for. That's what a fiduciary is. And so I want to make a differentiation here between fiduciaries and those who actually probably do most of the investment work for people here in our country, and that is brokers, representatives, or agents. A broker, a representative, or an agent is somebody that works for the company, probably a manufacturer of financial products like a mutual fund company or a brokerage house or a life insurance or annuity company. And it's nothing to be despised. Brokers, agents, and advisors of this stripe are necessary and important. Just like if you and I were to go out and buy a home today, you could certainly do it yourself, but those folks who come alongside and help us locate a property and find one that meets our needs are providing a valuable service, and they get paid a commission for that, a commission. But realize that whenever you sign that agreement with an agent, let's say to buy a house, they've always got that line in there, well, technically I do work for the seller. I'm working for the person who is offering the product. And that's the same in financial services. Now, of course, a person needs to rise above that. Even though they're technically working for someone else, not you, they do need to still act in your best interest. But you must admit that it would be nice if we had someone we could go to that was required by law and by ethical standards to rise above that. And that person is called a fiduciary. A fiduciary is compensated a variety of ways, but if they're compensated through commissions, they're going to disclose that to you as what we call a conflict of interest. Now, that term may sound a little scary to you, but conflict of interest just means, okay, if they offer a product where they can't charge you a fee, then they disclose that as a commission. It means they'll be paid by another source, not by you. And some of my clients actually like that. They like the idea of somebody else paying the bill. But typically, a financial fiduciary, somebody who's doing planning on your behalf, is taking a fee from your assets. And then they may also incorporate other assets that they are compensated directly by the company. And that's quite all right, but it has to be disclosed. It has to be disclosed as such if they're going to maintain their fiduciary duty. So here's their duty. It's a duty of loyalty to you, a duty of loyalty to you, to place the client's interests first, and to avoid or disclose those conflicts of interest. And when they do occur, make sure as a fiduciary you continue to act in the best interest of the client. You got two kinds of compensation that's offered. It's fee only. These are people who only charge you a fee, so they will not provide access to other types of products that offer commissions. And then fee-based. That's those who work on both sides of the fence. You say, is one better than the other? Well, certainly you talk to enough financial people and they'll tell you their opinion. But my view is that neither is better than the other. The issue is what is appropriate for you as a client, because you may need access to other products and tools for which that advisor cannot charge you a fee, and which the only way for you to get access to that is if they compensate the advisor directly through a commission. There's nothing wrong with that as long as you understand that and you realize, hey, I'm bringing this in for my own benefit. For example, at Lord & Richards, we do comprehensive financial planning. So that means we've really got to get outside of the box of financial tools if we're going to address things like taxes and estate planning. one of the great tools out there that you can do estate planning with to leave a legacy or to meet a need in case you pass away early is life insurance. You say, oh, I hate life insurance. Well, it may or may not be in your best interest, but the question is, if you need it, does that advisor have access to it, or have they limited themselves because they've chosen that one compensation program is better than the other? At Lord & Richards, we've decided, you know what, as investment advisors, as fiduciaries, as comprehensive planners, we want to offer you the full breadth of financial tools so that when we encounter a problem that needs to be solved or a reason to adjust your plan, we've got everything in the toolbox. Imagine if somebody went into your garage or into your kitchen and shook out half of the tools that you have. You might be scrambling, trying to, well, literally scramble eggs with a tool that's not designed for that, right? And so you don't want to be doing that. You want to have access to the full gamut, the full range of financial services. That's what we do at Lord & Richards. So we would be what you call fee-based. We are fiduciaries. And in Colorado here and in our country, in order to be a fiduciary, you need to be an investment advisor. That means you fall under a series of laws that have been around for over a century that govern the behavior of investment advisors. You say, well, how do I know if my advisor is a fiduciary? Well, you can look up their licenses and designations. A Series 65 or other combinations will show you that, or you can look them up online. But the best way to know for sure that you're working with a fiduciary is to speak to someone who has told you that, right? Because a fiduciary is proud of that standard, and they're proud that they're required by law and by right to have a duty of loyalty to you over financial product companies or over themselves. So that's the highest standard that we have. In our next segment, we're going to talk about a subset within that, what it means to work with a certified financial planner. And that certainly is a great benefit, which we also offer to our clients at Lord & Richards, and we'd love to talk to you about. But you know what it really begins with is a simple meeting where we sit down together. We discuss your plans, your dreams, your goals, your values, and we start building together a plan that will help you to achieve financial independence, meaning you never have to worry about work. Whether you keep working or not, you don't have to. And that way you can do amazing things with what God has entrusted you. I'd be delighted to talk to you more about it. I'd love to introduce you to our fantastic team who surrounds you with love in the process of developing your plan. It just starts with a simple phone call.